And then did you see anything of the bus incident?
I have no idea what you're even talking about. No.
Okay, well, the Duprees, poor LA Knight Eli Drake, and his sister and Mansway and Mansoor were in the back of the arena doing a photo shoot, and they see and hear a bus, like a tour bus, with flashing lights and playing Hit Row's music. And they thought, well, this is a distraction. We're pissed at this bus. Dramatic foreshadowing. Now we go to the ring. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods in the ring doing an interview. And Xavier was in a wheelchair. And by the way, no, folks, he ain't really hurt. And nobody believed he was really hurt. This is a setup. But as Bobby Eaton would say, if Bobby Eaton saw someone, if there was a wheelchair sitting around the back of the arena or in some breezeway or in anywhere you were, and somebody sat in that wheelchair, Bobby Eaton would fucking turn white. And he was, you're burning the bread on yourself. Because fuck around, pretty soon you won't be around. Sit in a wheelchair when you don't need to. You are tempting fate. Something bad's going to happen to you. Well, in this case, what bad happened to all of us was we had to watch this interview. They were in normal street clothes and they were low key and they were talking about underestimating the Viking Warriors and last week and they got their asses kicked. And even worse than that, the Vikings burned boxes of Bootios and our unicorn horns in that phony-looking Viking ritual that we talked about last week that was phony because of the Viking warriors or raiders or whoever they are. They're trying to make them look more adult and kind of more cool, but they speak like they've memorized this shit that they've worked out rather than they're real people. So they can't do the promo. But the New Day is here is teasing that their team is done. And then, of course, here come the Viking Raiders, and they do the same thing. They recite memorized lines that are fake and bad acting because apparently these guys are not actors. So don't make them act and put them in a position where they have to do shit like that. But they come out to the ring and menace the New Day and then turn their back on Xavier Woods because he's in a wheelchair and start to menace Kofi. And then Woods stands up out of the wheelchair with two kendo sticks that he comes out from under his blanket. And it wasn't in an exciting way. It was he stood up, took the blanket off, and then tried to pitch Kofi a kendo stick, and Kofi fumbled it. But they grabbed it and they wore the Raiders out with the kendo sticks. And then the Raiders leave. And bad taste with the wheelchair and bad acting on everybody else's part. Did you see any of this?
No, because even if I had time, I would not watch a Viking Raiders segment. I hate the New Day. The New Day are my least favorite WWE wrestling combo. For years, I've not liked them.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, let's get into the main event. But right before the main event, remember I talked to you about the bus incident.
Right. I still don't know what happened.
Well, the Dupree folks, the Maximum Male models, were disrupted by the bus being loud and flashy, and then Los Lotharios, Jose and El Gran, they come in and say, well, we'll take care of this problem for you. And they had cans of spray paint. And so when we come back later on, we see that the Lotharios this was the most neat vandalization I've ever seen. They wrote "Hit Row Sucks" in big, neat block letters with black spray paint across the side of the bus. But it wasn't exactly vandalized. But Hit Row walks into the fucking screen and says, hey, good job, but guess what? That's not our bus. What? Then they walk off, and the door of the bus opens, and the Street Profits get out, and they look at their bus, and they go, what the fuck? And then the heels go, "Oh, shucks." And then everybody just walked away. That was the end of it. Everybody just walked away.
And I guess the big point is everyone has a bus, apparently.
Everybody's got a bus.